I decided to do a reading for my cats. Um, and I've been working on rearranging my office and created a uh, top of a bookcase with gold lame and a magnetic whiteboard that has a calendar on it that I never use. I covered it in tissue paper, and yeah, so this is what the reading starts out like. And this is where it is posted on a blog I use intermittently called Tarot Cards Daily, which is perhaps a false promise. It's been a while since I've used it. I may start again. So this is a reading for my cats, Luna and Felix. And I just wanted to share that the first thing that came up when I got the cards out of the box was the Two of Cups on top. So I decided that would be the significator. And this reminds me so much of my cat. Let me just show you the card first. So it is two tuxedo cats with a fluffy plume tail, and white down the face, just like Coco. Couldn't find a card with her tail shown, but there's her face and chest. And my second cat, so Luna is, I should say first that Coco unfortunately had to be put down on March 27th, 2 weeks ago. And she was 18, and she was my baby, my half of my life? No, third of my life. But you know, a long time that she's been everywhere with me. So she's looking over this reading. And I have two cats. The cat that survived Coco is named Luna, and then now we just got a kitten, and so that is what this reading is about. The card, Two of Cups, by the way, means connection, truce, attraction. Two long-haired cats greet each other on the stairs. They transfer scents and recognize each other as friends by rubbing their faces and twinning their tails. This graceful dance does not convey dominance or submission. It helps to create a harmonious bond between equals. In a reading, the ritual of our friendships are important. Make the effort to reconnect with an old friend. Partnerships of all sorts benefit when we make a conscious effort to recognize and celebrate our relationships. So this is a relationship reading, so that was also appropriate. I think the other piece here is that Luna, my 7-year-old, or maybe she's 8 or 9 now, and Coco didn't ever become like fast friends, but they tolerated each other. They sometimes sniffed each other. They sometimes kissed each other. They sometimes laid close to each other. So they'd been together pretty much all of Luna's life. So she knew what it meant to have this cat around. So here's the close-up of the reading, though, that I've done for our new cat, whose name is Felix. I'll show you a picture of him in a minute. And the layout, I guess I should toggle to that first, that I just Googled a relationship layout. So here's the layout. I can't really see it because it's so small. So essentially, the middle card, or the first card chosen, is the resolution or the connection between two people, or in this case, two cats. On one side, it says you, and on the other side, it says other person. And I was never quite sure which cat was on which side. It sort of makes sense for my older cat to be you and the new cat to be the other, but we'll see. So the connection card, zoom back down or out, is the moon. And the cards for the cat on the left are the Five of Wands, the Tower reversed, and the Devil reversed. The deck that I'm using is the Cat's Eye Tarot, and it doesn't have meaning for reversed cards. So I got some quotes from another interpretation website. On the other side, we've got Three of Wands, Ten of Cups, and Justice reversed. So let's see what that all means. All right, first, here's my kitties I'm talking about. This is Luna, who I think is pretty mad at me. It says, ugh, I don't know why they got that kitty. And then this is the newcomer, Felix. So Luna, as you saw, was another tuxedo cat, was a short hair. Felix is a medium coat cat, which I'd never really seen that reference. I knew there was short coats and long-haired coats, or short hairs and long hairs, but he is a little guy, a year old. He is polydactyl. He's got thumbs. They're so cute. And he is skittish. We got him the first day he came to the Humane Society. They don't know his background. He doesn't seem feral, but he may have been homeless. And it has PTSD where he refuses to be held. He will be petted and purr quite a bit, but he jets out of the room quite often. So the card that is their resolution of conflict and connection is the moon. And in this picture, you see a white cat up a tree looking distressed. It ran up the tree. And you can't really see what's in the tree trunk hole, but I will show you that. All right. So in the tree trunk hole, there's a little being. I'm going to assume that the larger cat is Luna and the smaller cat is Felix, although this could be some other creature like a raccoon or a squirrel. Don't know what the artist intended. The interpretation from the deck is fear, illusion, imagination, bewilderment. It's a night of restless energy, and this cat has climbed high in the tree. Though she is a predator accustomed to the dark, only heightened awareness and constant vigilance will keep her from harm. Creatures of the night come in all sizes, and many are not harmless. So that could really be both. I changed the gender to her for Luna, but actually my husband has consistently been misgendering Felix as a she, and I'm just letting that happen. Probably means the cat is a beta male. And cat's not fixed yet. Won't be able to get the cat fixed until they release or give permission to have elective surgeries for cats. In a reading, the moon can indicate a period of imaginative thinking. It's necessary to separate truth from illusion. If you find yourself feeling lost and confused, you need to face your fears. Imagination can spark a creative impulse. Don't let fear and confusion stand in the way. So the cats are also playing out what we two-leggeds are experiencing right now, which is quite a bit of fear and illusion. By that, I don't mean to say that the virus is an illusion, but if we play a movie in our head that we already have it, or someone or loved one that we love has it, and experience the trauma in advance, that is an illusion. And the cats are experiencing a trauma because neither of them really wanted to be cohabitating. Apparently cats are solitary, so they're not thrilled, but they're really not at harm with each other. They haven't had a fight, they've hissed at each other. So here's another quote from a source I'm going to be using, which is the tarotguide.com. And this is about the moon in particular. They break it out kind of nice where they give a paragraph about if you're looking into relationships. So it says, the moon tarot in relationship tarot reading can indicate that you may be feeling uncertain or insecure in the relationship. Duh. If your relationship looks fine to the outside world, the moon can show that things are not as perfect as they seem. So I'm thinking, why don't you guys just get along, and forgetting that they are animals, territorial. There may be miscommunication in the relationship. Yes, the cats don't know how to speak to each other yet, and we can't speak cat and they can't speak English. They may understand more than we give them credit, though. There could be a lot of arguments or old issues or insecurities coming to the surface. So Luna just got used to having the house to herself, and now, and we don't know if she misses Coco. I assume she's confused. She didn't seem depressed for long. And we don't know Felix's background, like what happened that made him so traumatized. Stay calm, wait till the facts become clearer, etc. All right, so the first cat, Five of Wands, and the deck says disagreement, competition, confrontation, and shows 5 kitties play fighting. So my kitten should be play fighting right now, but because of trauma is perceiving it as real fighting. And my older cat, who we always call Kitten, is not yet letting her guard down in order to play. So the deck also says 5 kittens are engaged in a typical rumble. Playful confrontation allows kittens to hone their skills for adulthood. We do not often relish the idea of a disagreement and hassles, even if they are relatively minor. The prospect of friendly competition requires a marshaling of energy. Do you face challenges with confidence, or do you take a defensive stance? So that applies to the virus pandemic as well, in the sense of, are you facing this this challenge and finding the places where you are confident, or are you feeling defensive and feeding the fear more than is necessary, and it is of course rational. But okay, let's go back. Quote from the Tarot Guide. You probably can't read this because it's gray font. If you are in a relationship and the Five of Wands can represent rows, arguments, conflicts, and tightening or fighting, you and your partner may not see eye to eye. The Minor Arcana card indicates that frustration, irritation, and pent-up aggression and competition may be leading to disagreements in the relationship. Okay, so this card or this reading could also be a reading for your relationship with your partner or other children or parents that you are quarantined with. Some couples thrive on a fiery relationship and rows, and struggles keep them interested. If this is your type of relationship, then it may not be a bad omen. However, if you prefer a harmonious relationship, then this card would indicate that you need to get your tempers under control. Listen to each other, cooperate, and compromise. Pettiness, egotistical behavior, and getting one up on each other will not help your relationship to progress, and it won't help you get through the quarantine. This card would usually indicate various suitors will be competing for your attention. Not the case here. Okay, so then the next card is the Tower reversed, and this shows a calico cat falling. Can't really tell that, but that's what's happening. And that is actually what you see in the Tower card generally, is people falling from a building. So it says that this means sudden change, release, downfall, revelation. A calico plummets from the upper story of her home, whether by design or chance. She's now on her own. So both cats, Luna became on her own, and Felix was obviously separated from whatever safe space that cat was in, if he ever was. Finding herself outside on a stormy night could mean disaster, yet it may be the start of a new and better life. She will land on her feet and then go where she pleases. So these cats are going to survive this. Those of us who survive this will have a better life. I do acknowledge that that is not a guarantee, both surviving and better life. In a reading, the Tower is seldom a welcomed card. It's an alarming card, but the Tower tells you that change is needed. Though it may be uncomfortable, you will be better off for it. The Tower card provides just enough warning for you to prepare for change. The Earth is benefiting, right? The reduced pollution is a huge silver lining to this pandemic lockdown. And I think more change is coming. I'm not one that believes we will ever go back to normal. I don't know what new normal will be. I believe we can pull in the best possible new normal by acknowledging fear but not resting there. Okay, the quote. If you're in a relationship, the tower reversed, and it's so cool that this site not only talks about the context of relationship, but if the card's reversed. So the tower reverse can signify that while you know your relationship is as good as over, you're avoiding actually ending it for fear of the pain it will bring. So none of us are dealing with losing Coco. You may think you can paper over the cracks, but this would be like putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. You need to face facts and understand that as long as you hold on to something that is broken, you are preventing yourself from moving on to something better. If your relationship has recently come through a tower event, different but intact, the tower reversed is telling you not to try and get the relationship back to the way it was previously. So this makes me think about my job, and doing my job on Zoom is highly frustrating and a little bit exciting and enjoyable, particularly figuring out how to do Zoom with kids. And honestly, I don't know that I want to go back to the school when my husband has a autoimmune disorder. In the fall, I'm talking about. Okay. I'm not going to read the rest of that just for sake of time. Third card, the devil reversed. So we've got a cat eating, and the card you'll see mentions the cat, this particular cat is obese. So the devil, bondage, materialism, ignorance, hopelessness. An obese cat indulges her obsession with food. She's trapped in a cycle of self-destructive behavior, unable to see beyond the walls of her prison. Pleasure brings only temporary relief, while the real solution to her woes eludes her. In a reading, you may feel trapped because you have settled for less than you know life has to offer. There's more to life than indulgence in simple pleasures. Look beyond apparent limitations to see possibilities. So the kitten is not accepting invitations yet for the pleasure of bonding with us, other than he purrs his head off when we scritchy scratch him, around the ears and the chin, as long as he doesn't have to sit on us or be held. The Luna is not accepting the invitation to pleasure of play. She is a very playful animal typically, and I think she will enjoy playing when she, I hope, gets to that point. And then this could also apply to me. I am obese. I am obsessed with food. I have had many times in my life where I have been freed from that obsession, and I could use this time, as all of us could, to either comfort eat or take care of ourselves around food. Whoa. Okay. Hope this isn't going to be too long. Probably is. So the devil card reversed indicates that you've been feeling stuck in a rut. It may have been an abusive relationship, and you may be beginning to realize that you deserve better and take back your power. So there is a theme right now of the percentage of domestic violence increasing sharply while we are in lockdown. Apparently there are code words that you can say at the pharmacy. I apologize for not knowing them. Just because even a good relationship is tested right now. Between people, I'm talking about. So I think what they're saying is that what starts out as abusive, you can begin to see, ways that you could get along. So that applies to the cats, but also as people. Okay, second cat, 3 of Wands. 3 little kitties, cute ones. Okay, and the meaning in the cat deck. exploration, foresight, leadership. Ready to expand his horizon, one kitten leads two others on an adventure. Exploration of the unknown is required for the youth to gain the skills from experience. Taking the lead requires the bold self-confidence of a wand's temperament. In a reading, when this card appears, it may prompt you to put plans into actions. It does not guarantee success, but it does encourage you to follow your vision. You may need to take a leadership role and explore the possibilities. We are being given a lot of time right now to explore possibilities. The kitten has been exploring the house. So possibly the second cat is the kitten. Let's see. If you're in a relationship, the Three of Wands is a good omen as it signifies moving forward, success, and being happy with your choices. It also represents moving abroad or travel to foreign lands. Not so much right now. I would have been in Switzerland right now. Maybe this means I will get to in the future. Okay, you and your partner are traveling, so I do want to save the money so that Greg can go next time. It can also signify a long distance relationship. The kittens are keeping their distance. Okay, second card, 10 of Cups. Look at that happy cat. It's the white cat though. White cat was in the tree. Okay, let's see. So the meaning here is joy, peace, and family. It's a simple scene, peaceful and quiet, but for the sound of a contented purr. A young kitty and his man are pleased to be sharing this time together. The association of cats and people provides tremendous emotional satisfaction. Cats make us feel special when they offer their trust and affection. These feelings multiply when we offer the same and in turn. In a reading, the 10 of Cups is a reminder that moments of pure joy are possible. This pleasant emotion is often found within the bosom of your family. Without the need for words, these shared feelings mean for the moment, all is right in the world. So children are hopefully experiencing quality family time, even if the parents are frustrated right now on quarantine. So it's another good omen for long-term relationships. It's a soulmate card. It represents happy and harmonious relationships. So it's a good omen that the cats will get along and that my husband and I have been, for the most part, getting along. Okay, last card, Justice reversed, a beautiful blue cat here. All right, and what do they say? Responsibility, decision, cause, and effect. As night falls, this gray oriental cat returns home to a world of order and predictability. The scales of justice reflected on the top of the bookcase serve as a reminder for the needs of the cat having balance. For this cat, the balance between freedom and comfort require only that he live by the rules of the household. So Kitten has to follow the rules of the older cat. And probably that's not going to happen until he's a little bit more willing to interact with her and she calms the heck down. Justice is a straightforward card. It does not allow you to evade the simple fact that you are responsible for the actions you take. If you are not where you want to be, what are you going to do about it? I hope my kitten doesn't run away. Life presents you with opportunities and challenges. You decide what you will do when presented with either. The cat won't run away. We won't let him. Just want to look at the top of the card here. Oh, you can barely see it. There's scales down there. Okay. And finally, what does it mean in reversed? Strong indicator of being caught out in a deception or cheating or lying. Cats can't be doing that. Let's see. Arguments between you and your partner seem endless. That's not good. Can also be a sign you don't feel like you're being treated fairly. Certainly Luna is pissed at us, doesn't think this was fair, and I'm sorry for that. It can also be a sign that if you, before you go casting judgments, examine your role. If you assess your relationship issues and feel you are blameless, you should still try to learn from the situation. Remember, we teach people how to treat us, and what we put up with, we end up with. Justice reverse can indicate That while you may feel you are ready for the relationship you deserve, you still have not learned the lessons from your past relationships that are necessary for you to move forward.